Hello and welcome to Show and Sell, the show that celebrates digging through other people's trash. Hello, Trash Dragons. Welcome to the first anniversary episode of Show and Sell. My name is Chris. My name is Chris, Trash Dragon of the West. This is my guitar, Mr. Blankenship.
Oh, hi, Mr. Blankenship.
Hi, Mr. Blankenship.
He says hello back and says to like, share, and subscribe, and also that I sell media on eBay and Discogs.
And I'm Katie, and I'm Trash Dragon from the South, and I sell mostly clothing and accessories, but I'm always on the hunt for anything sparkly, unique, and sometimes spooky.
I'm Joe, I'm Trash Dragon of the East, and I like to get a little bit of everything and a lot of many things. And I would like to, speaking of lots of stuff, I would like to officially announce that I have sold out of my thumbtacks that I bought. That I bought like 20 cases of. I no longer have any thumbtacks.
I think I have some in my drawer that you gifted me a long time ago.
Well,
So.
it's very. It's sort of like the end of an era, you know. I mean, I literally was selling those for about 3 to 5 years, in lots of 5. And it was easy. You just grab them, you just throw them in a padded envelope, and they're gone. It wasn't a lot of money, but it wasn't a lot of work either. So that's the.
How many did you originally have of the thumbtacks?
I probably had about 20 cases. And the cases were about yay big. So each case held about 24 packs. I at one flea market, I gave away a whole bunch. I just tossed packs of thumbtacks. People, hey, it's me, Joey Thumbtacks. I'm giving out thumbtacks. Hey, here you go.
Hey, you get a thumbtack.
Hey, you want some thumbtacks? Hey, get out of here. Here's some thumbtacks. It was a good nickname while it lasted. It just couldn't last forever, unfortunately. And now we know the end has come for Joey Thumbtacks.
But now you're Joey Ball Bearings.
Now I'm Joey Ball Bearings. Yeah.
Yep.
Joey Exploding Ball Bearings.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, it's Joey Car Bomb over here. Joey Pipe Bomb. Hey. A lot of
Joey IRA refugee.
A lot of this guy with all his pipe bomb.
Really violent. But after the thumbtacks, he ratcheted it up. Wow.
Do we have any updates you guys would like to share on this day?
There's a garage sale that is literally 3 doors down from me. Have I been? No.
You haven't been
So we
yet?
gotta hurry up and finish up this episode. So
No, because I don't think it's good.
Oh, really? Is it one of those baby colored ones?
Large furniture's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I sort of saw it when it was there. They don't have enough tables. It's going to be one of those things where there's about 7 things left, and they're going to high pressure sales me because it's at the end. Because everybody here has garage sales on Fridays and Saturdays, which is bananas to me because I am used to Saturday, Sunday garage sales. Not here. Friday, Saturday. And it looks like not a lot of stuff. I've sort of been scoping it, and I'm like, no. I'm their neighbor, so they know if I don't buy something, this is not good. This is just, I'm going to have to stay away. They need to be a little further down the street.
You just have to be friendly. You just have to go, ooh, check that.
What's that?
Be friendly?
Friendly?
Yeah. You just got to say, hello. How are you doing, neighbor?
I could try that.
Yeah, give it a shot. I'll send you some videos on how to be friendly.
Yes, send me some videos.
My update is this. I have been wrestling with this with my Swiss Army knife for a while. This is the best. By the way, this is the best Swiss Army knife you can get. It's the Victorinox Tinker, and it's the best because it's simple, pretty thin. It has your big blade, your small blade, your regular screwdriver / bottle opener, which I use to open my bottle of Topo Chico today, and then your littler screwdriver can opener, and then it has, instead of the corkscrew, which I hate, it has a Phillips screwdriver, and so the Tinker is where it's at. But I've been wrestling with it. Oh, do you have a question?
I have a question, please. Is that the difference? Is that the difference between the red and the blue? Is the blue not have the corkscrew?
No. Any color can have the corkscrew.
Color is arbitrary. Okay, got it.
Yeah, color is arbitrary. The scales, you can just they can just put whatever scales on they want. But anyway, it was stiff and it was not working very well. So I did what you're supposed to do. Let me recommend this if you have a sticky Swiss Army knife or any knife. just soak it in warm water for a while, open and close it a few times, and then you like let it dry out. Like dab it with some paper towel on the inside as well to make sure it's dry. And then you don't use WD-40, you use like a regular 3-in-1 oil or any kind of like household oil. Because like WD-40 is fine on the short term, but it's not as much of a long-term solution. And so whereas before I would actually I have broken my thumbnail several times trying to open it prior to this. Now it opens up quickly and easily. So
follow-up question.
Care with Joey Thumbtacks. Go ahead.
Follow up. Do you know where I can buy? Do either of you know where I can buy the tops of WD-40? Do you know what I'm talking about? The caps with the long, skinny straw. I have seen on the internet showed me that you can replace the cap on spray paint with the cap on WD-40 and get that long, right. This was news to me too. So I'm interested in buying bulk of just the lids. I don't want 55 cans of WD-40. Also, it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. And so I just want the lids. Anyway,
comment if you have another suggestion for Katie and how to get a bunch of WD-40 lids.
Help.
Don't take her idea.
Or send them to Lids, P.O. Box 8930, Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, Nashville Street, Nashville.
Nashville Street, Nashville.
Katie's house, Nashville.
Katie's house, Nashville Street, Nashville.
The one on the corner with the oak tree. I don't have any updates, but I should point out that our anniversary is actually on the 26th. This episode will come out on the 24th. Woo-woo! So the Saturday, take a moment to give thanks for show and sell.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the item that brought you joy. That brought you joy. Item of Joe.
Item of Joe. It's Item of Joe.
It's Item of Joe. So yeah, we're doing Unearthed Katie, Unearthed Katie treasure and Item of Joe. So what's your Item of Joe?
And Tales from the Chris. There we go. It's everybody. We got all of us.
Woo! We did it.
Did it.
All right. So what is your item that brought you Joe? Joe.
Joe.
Well, all right. I'll show you. So as I teased when we were talking prior to recording, I sliced my thumb open. So it's less of it's more of it's a sort of like a combination item of joy / item of consternation.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
Did you slice your thumb open fixing that Swiss Army knife?
I did. Fair question. Answer no.
Okay.
Which is why knife safety is very important. You don't want to. You don't want to you want to make sure it's your knife is well oiled and sharp, so that way you don't cut yourself. But in this case, I was doing something stupid with a wire, and a utility knife, and I was like trying to cut the wire, and I did cut the wire, and it just sank right into my thumb. So that was rough, but it was in the service of this little lamp I unearthed in my utility room. Because I have to do like a bunch of we're doing some major cleaning, and so I was just like, oh, this is a decent table lamp. Why have I not used it? And so I had this sitting around. The switch was bad, so I had to do some rewiring of it, which meant I had to peel the old felt off, jam the wire in, and it was and then splice it together. And now I have this really cute table lamp that I'm going to take to my space at the shop today.
Nice.
So it's a nice
it's really cute.
That is really cute.
It is a really cute brass lamp, and I like the shade.
Yeah, me too.
It's got the 2 bulbs, which is going to be great.
Double the light. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's also the bulbs I have in there are extremely bright, so it's just going to look almost comical. It's also the bright white light.
The daylight bulbs.
Yeah,
those are unacceptable.
It is not. They're not. I mean, the thing is,
they're the front to God, Joe.
They are. That's why I want them out of my house.
Anyway, Katie, why don't you bring up your item of joy?
So here we go. This is my item of joy. It's big. I'm very excited because I have never found one in the wild, and I have always wanted one. So this was a good one, and I found it on my scavenger hunt for our Halloween item,
Episode
Probably
next
next
week.
of which might as get ready. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm going to make it anyway. All right, here we go.
Whoa!
Crap,
Is that like one of those? Like,
It's one of those foiled metallic maps.
I was
That's
going to say,
amazing.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, that is really something.
So cool. I have always wanted one, and sometimes I see them in the back of YouTubers' stuff, and I'm like, where did you get that?
Like, what is the name of? Is there a name for that kind of thing?
This is the Nova Tovis, which is not rare. There are some that are very rare. Like the Bombay company has a few those are the ones that you see on eBay that are like $400 and $500. And I was like, please be that one. It's not. It's just the National Geographic one, but it's still awesome. And I'm so excited to finally have one. And even Oliver was like, ooh, those are cool. Like, I know the metallic maps are really cool. And so, yeah, I was really, and just to have it already framed, because I think you can buy them, but they're not, we all know the process of matting and framing is not, it's probably not going to get done in my house. It's just maybe if I have the materials, but taking it, it's just, so this was
if I sometimes sleep mat in my sleep, like you just wake up and you mat things and then go back to bed, and you're like, how did that happen?
That's the dream. That would be literally the matting dream. But yeah, so anyways, that was my item of joy, and I was really, really joyful about it because I love them. Hello.
Hi, Carls,
what's going on?
Hey, everybody, what's going on?
Just a boy.
But that's awesome.
Yeah, that was my item. What's your item, Chris?
I'm actually wearing it. It is a three-headed fire-breathing dragon.
Ooh!
How'd you find that?
I had out of the closet, bought a bunch of I don't buy a lot of t-shirts or clothes anymore, but they had show like the crew shirts from TV shows. If you're like working on a show, they would give you like a sweatshirt. Like the department might make their own sweatshirts. That and a lot of them are just like, hey, we hate our lives right now, but here's a funny shirt about it.
Right.
But yeah, this is a three-headed dragon. It says triangulus under here.
Okay.
So I looked that up, and there's only a couple of things that I can find, which is there's a guy on Instagram called NFT Triangulus, and then there's also a similar. There's another game called Story Dragon where I think you raise dragons. And it's a similar name, but it's not exactly this. It's like Triangulive or something like that. But I have no idea. But three-headed fire-breathing dragon, we could just replace this with Show and Sell, and
steal that logo.
Yeah, we'll just. But it feels like sometimes you feel like this.
No, I understand.
And it feels like someone did it. Like this feels like an iron-on.
That's even better.
Yeah,
homemade iron-ons.
Yeah, and that. So I saw this. I'm like, you have to be kidding me. That's a pretty good one. But
nice work.
Hey, we all did it. Good job, guys. 1 year in, still bringing the heat. And we are going to move on to our next segment, which is Unearthed Treasure. Unearthed Treasure. All right, Unearthed Treasure celebration is the theme today. Katie, would you like to go first?
Yeah. Well, you said celebration, and I thought of one item in my
vast oeuvre.
I'm not going to say how many bins of things marked sequins beaded I have, but it's more than one and less than
10. Okay.
Yeah, less than 5. Actually.
Okay.
They are the black and yellow bins. Yes, the big bins. It's fine. Okay. This screams cruise wear. If we were to go on a celebratory cruise for our 1 year anniversary, I would absolutely be donning this.
This what? No, that is sick.
This was a 1 in a million.
That would be a perfect veranda outfit.
It would be. This is Rena Z from New York, Montreal, Paris. It is vintage. It is silk, and it is just the most sequins. And they're iridescent. The white have that little pearlescent to them. So it's even just, yeah.
Well, now you know, like, if Show and Sell takes off, what you're going to wear to Dancing with the Stars when you get asked to be a contestant on that.
Yep. I'm gonna wear it on our road tours.
Yeah.
Also, it is size large, and I feel like one of you gentlemen could possibly borrow it.
I can
a large item. So yeah, that's my celebration moment.
Like, it feels like you should also get like a hat from a 70s Nashville recording star. Like, just like, it feels like a sparkly hat.
Some sort of sparkle cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll work on that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to bedazzle one myself. But yeah, that's a really good point. Or one of those fully sequined baseball hats. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
From the 90s that say mom or whatever.
Yeah.
Jazz.
Yeah.
Cool.
Katie.
My name would be great. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Porter Wagner.
Dolly.
Yeah, Dolly would work. So Joe, what do you got?
Okay, so this is a little bit specific to a very small subset of people in existence. Those would be people that worked at Badger Liquor when Drew Grodsky owned it. Badger Liquor was a liquor store I worked at in Madison, Wisconsin. I worked there from 1991 to 1994, I think. And
pretty famous in Madison.
It was pretty famous in Madison, and now it's just a corner liquor store. It's it's it doesn't have the same panache it once did. But I
love panache liquor stores. They're so fun.
But that's how Joe got hooked up with the Onion, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, very true. I made signs for the window, and they would the assistant editor at the time was like, "Your signs are really funny. You want to come write for the Onion?" I was like, "Yes, sir." It was like the Betty Grable being discovered at a soda counter story.
That's the dream. Your funny signs? The guy came in, and you, I'm assuming, knew what the Onion was.
Yes,
and we're like, "Oh wow, that's amazing."
Yeah,
what was your post? I remember John Cruson had a favorite one. It was like something about Budweiser.
Oh, I don't remember. Like, I had one that was like. The one I made that I liked the most was my Michelob.
That one, yeah.
It was like a diagram of the brain. It was like a poorly painted diagram of a brain, and it said frontal lobe, then backal lobe, and then Michelob, and then squiggly bitch which defy modern science. And that was one of my favorites. That was the one that It's easy to explain and fast, and it was like I did others that were a little bit more like essay heavy that were not quite as good.
I would have bought all the liquor in there. I would have never shopped anywhere else if I had seen those signs. It would have been like, whoever's doing these, I'm shopping there. So what's your item? Is it from the store? It's
not from the store. The boss would have this thing. It's actually very seasonally appropriate too, because he would have this thing called an event called Leaf Ram, where you would go to his house and rake his giant yard. Like, it was like a bunch of us. Like, it was like the employees and our respective or our significant others. We'd go and we'd rake, and then we'd like have giant piles. We'd jump in the piles, and he would make chili, and we would watch Laserdiscs, because this was in 91 through 93, before DVDs, and like he had Laserdiscs of like, some really good movies and documentaries. Like, he had X, the Unheard Music on Laserdisc, which we watched, and I was like kind of blown away. But one other thing we would do is we would play this game. He had this game that was like not rare, but it was like an uncommon game by Parker Brothers, and it's called Oh No! It's not called Oh No. It's called Gummit. Okay, there we go. It's called Yacht Race. And we would this was it was sort of like a autumnal celebration. We would eat chili and rake leaves, and then we would watch Laserdisc and play Yacht Race.
Is this Risk on yachts? Is
so
it
you guys would just be like farting and yachting.
Explain Yacht Race.
it is a big. I mean, it's a pretty sizable. It's a sizable game, sizable board, and basically you have this. You start at the same location and you end at the same location, and you just have to go around all these different checkpoints, and then you have to end up at the same place. But there's a spinnaker which tells you what direction the wind is going in, and then there's your little yacht, your little yacht things, which are just like brass and brass base, and all kinds of great cards. And it was like a really fun, it was a really fun game, and
relatable for most people.
Oh yeah, we all what child hasn't dreamed of racing yachts?
Just like Monopoly is still relatable. Like you're just buying a property because you want it
in New York.
Yeah, New York. Yeah.
So that's my item of celebration, is just sort of it's just because it reminds me of a seasonal celebration that I would have for a few years of my life. So.
Were you good at yacht race?
I don't know. I haven't played it in decades.
I would love to play yacht race.
I will
break it sounds like a Patreon thing where we all play yacht race.
That sounds like a Patreon, although I'm a little competitive and I apologize in advance, but I would like to play. I still like to play Please Don't Exclude Me, even though I get upset. I'm mostly mad at myself, if that helps.
Is there a game called Please Don't Exclude Me, or is that just the game you play with yourself in life?
It's the game that I, after people play games with me, I have to play that game where they might be playing games without me because maybe I wasn't very nice. Look, Settlers of Catan is the devil, and no one should be playing that game. People were trying to sell me sheep-shaped wheat, telling me it was a sheep, but it looked like a wheat. I don't know. I don't like any of it. I don't want to play it. People
that who you are. Playing with a bunch of cheaters is the problem. So what is
your treasure?
No, this is so celebration.
Oh, celebration!
Square dancing. A 1966 book about square dancing, which feels like celebration. I also have very strong feelings about square dancing. I don't know if I've ever said this on the show, but I was out sick one day in 8th grade, and we all were taught square dancing at one point. Is that true? Is that Joe?
Kind of, yeah.
Thanks, schools. And
did a lot of good.
That's the day you learned about heartbreak. That's the day you learned that the boy that you likes the other girl. That's what I learned from square dancing.
What I learned is I can't pick up square dancing on the fly because I missed the day of school where they taught all the moves, and then I came in and they're like, "All right, we're square dancing," and I'm like, I went up to the teacher and I'm like, I was gone yesterday. I don't know anything. And they're like, yeah, you can pick it up as they go along. And I did not. I just caused chaos in the square dancing circles. And because I'm like, tell me what do-si-do means right now.
Oh no, this is a nightmare.
Yeah, it was so everyone's live. They're like, Chris, maybe come off. And I'm like, why would you do that to a 12-year-old boy with anxiety up to here?
That's that teacher should be fired. I'm upset for you. That's unacceptable. Did you learn some moves from the book?
No, but this is not so much a tutorial about square dancing. It's actually more of a guide to square dancing enthusiasts about finding more square dancing enthusiasts. Like it's more of a community builder and
it's magazine. Like a swingers magazine for square dancers.
For what kind of magazine?
It's a swingers magazine for square dancers as well.
Absolutely, yes. Okay. And just kind of browsing through it, I was just like, perfect. So I found this where it says Kyokuk follow-up. And I'm just like, okay, I'll read a little bit of this.
I'll bite.
The great heart of square dancing, the warm generosity of square dancers everywhere is proving itself in a gigantic evident for the victim of Kyokuk swing easy square dance disaster, dance club disaster. I looked it up, and apparently what happened is that there was a Army Reserve building that they used to hold these square dancing events. A gas leak happened. It basically exploded pushed the walls out, and the basically
No.
the roof came down on everyone, like leaving only a handful of survivors.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
Oh,
Crazy.
it's
wild.
insane, especially for this cute. Like it's just like
Yeah.
this
It's like the
looks
most
just,
wholesome thing.
it's
for
too
Claire.
wholesome. It's like this is 1966, too wholesome and nice, and it's just like, what is it? Oh my god! Oh my god! It just like it was just like I don't know. So if you're against safety regulations, remember Keokuk.
Wow. That's
So
That's awful.
that is awful.
oh my God. I'm looking at a picture of it right now. It's
Oh my gosh.
with That's Hell on Earth is the headline of this.
I read that was the thing I read.
Oh my God.
It's a very weirdly written news article too. Like,
Where did it happen? Sorry, Minnesota, I'm assuming? Kansas? Where?
Ohio, I
Iowa.
think.
Ohio, okay.
Oh, Iowa. Right, thank you.
Ohio, Iowa. Mhm.
Yeah, the great
Yes, the
sovereign
great
nation
Ohio.
of Ohio, Iowa.
Iowa. That's what we
Iowa.
call it.
But so that's my item of celebration.
Wow. Celebrate!
Yay!
Okay, no, grab your partner.
I was just like grabbed it and like I didn't have time to pick up another thing out of it, but I'm like, this is fascinating, which I love. Just
That is
it's dark,
really
weird.
bizarre.
It's almost a perfect thing for the show where it's like kind of interesting on the face of it, and then the more you look into it, the more interesting it gets.
That ain't right. Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't right. So next segment, we're gonna have a little bit of a. All right, next segment, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to actually just reminisce and talk about what it's like to do 1 year of show and sell. All right, we are back. It is our first anniversary episode. We're taking a little time to say, hey, look back and congratulate ourselves on a job well done.
Check out this back. I'm going to pat it. Ah, yeah, good job.
Good job.
Heck, wow. Look who's flexible.
Apparently.
Ladies.
So, Chris,
favorite moments.
What is your favorite? Why don't you share a little? Why don't you share a moment with us, Chris?
Like one of the things I just keep on thinking about is it's a little bit of a tie. Like one is when Katie had the picture of those like cows with a long hair, and you came up with a line Kurt Cobain because they did look like a grunge cow. Which is still like one of the funniest things just off the cuff I've ever heard.
Also, TM, copyright that.
as always, everything.
That is a Redbubble t-shirt. Just someone's going to take it. Hold on. Where's my pin? Can't forget.
If anyone's going to make money, it's Katie. Off of Joe's. But more.
I let it go into the
actually. Huh?
I let that idea go into the ether. You, Katie, are welcome to it.
All right. We'll see when she makes $1 million and is dressing like Porter Wagner every day. In just rhinestone suits. Anyway.
Don't tempt me.
I can do it. But the one thing that I just... it's just like this moment where we're talking about Star Wars and you positioned the just that all the characters were actually like action figure size. and Katie was like, wait, is that true? Joe was just like, no. But it's just, yeah, I mean, I think generally the thing that makes I love about the show is just our connection and how it's just so easy to make each other laugh and it's fun. But for Katie, it's the story about that you had like a Teddy Ruxpin and you threw it like your sister had it and you threw it in the garbage behind a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Is what it like just I think about that story all the time.
anything that talks when it's not supposed to. There's also a Furby that's entered my sister's house recently.
Oh no. No.
No, those aren't right.
Yeah, you should just put like Slayer cassettes into it and then let it go.
They sing weird songs that sound a little, I don't know, chanty. I don't know how to describe it. It's like techno chant, and my niece is too into it, and I'm like, have they done studies on what this does to like an 8-year-old brain when you hear no, something's not right.
I can't remember, were Furbies the ones that were supposed to interact with one another? Like you'd put Furbies together and they'd kind of like,
I think so.
Bad.
And they're supposed to interact with you. They're supposed to learn from you.
Ooh.
So, but the language
that can't be true. That was like the 1980s, wasn't
That's
it?
great.
Like
back with brand new shiny AI. Yeah, no.
Yeah, having a Furby roaming around the house muttering to itself. That's all I need. That would be fantastic. If it learns from me, thanks. I'd be like, stupid Furby, stupid. And his Furby would be like,
it's just a Furby with a self-esteem problem.
Yeah.
Furby's just full of angst. Yeah, that's really bad.
People pleaser Furby. Anyway, who would like to go next?
I have
Katie.
a couple of good things. I think we just need to discuss the genius of the Barbara T-shirt one more time.
Sure.
The cheating fiasco of the first scavenger hunt, I think about all the time.
It was very dramatic.
I think about how you claimed you didn't cheat. I think about how you changed. I'm just kidding. I think that shirt, and then you didn't buy it. That we don't have it. Yeah. It's not in. No one owns it, and we all should own it by this point. Explain the shirt again. Describe it.
So someone took a white T-shirt, wrote Barbara Streisand. And then on the back kind of shoulder, like it was someone wrote "Daddy."
No. The whole thing. For some reason, that was just a perfect. It was, and it set the tone for all of. For me, anyways, for like trying to find the Barbara Streisand shirt every time I
Part
go
of me was
on
just
the
like,
scavenger hunt.
I could make this, so why buy it? Like, I don't know.
It was so bad.
It was so bad.
It's what our last guest described as
Dark Eddie.
What was her term?
Dark Eddie.
Dark Eddie.
Julia.
That shirt is. You need to show her that because that shirt's that's a super Dark Eddie. Yeah. I like it. I've also been looking for Dark Eddie. She's also one of my. I love all of our guests, but that terminology really, I think it probably resonated with all of us because we all know what that is. It probably resonates with all thrifters. Like, you get it.
But I also like just kind of. I'm gonna one other thing. I just wanted to point out that I love all of Katie's like thrifty terms that you've introduced us to. I love street meat, but also like that you and Oliver, when you go out thrifting, you call it bebopping.
Oh, the bebop, yeah.
It's I love like bad. I'm just like that is so cute and adorable and perfect. I love it.
Thanks. You know what? I was teased mercilessly for not understanding that jogging pants were called sweats when I went to college. That was a big thing for me. So apparently, I have a lot of weird terminology. In my house, they were called jogging pants. And so I went sounding like some weird British Victorian child. And I said, jogging pants? I mean, really? And everyone's like, you mean sweats? And I was like,
you're going to put it in the boot or not?
Yeah, pretty much like that. Joe, the moments are many. I get the most excited, I think, anytime you have a lot of something, a lot of the scissors, the story about having to come home with the arts and crafts, the bin of arts and crafts for Hannah because of the other things that you bought. But I think one of my favorites is actually your purple shirt.
Oh, the purple shirt and derby?
Purple shirt and derby combo.
For a fancy episode, right?
There was something so right about that look. It's a little bit villain or a lot bit villain, depending. But it's also just It's perfect Las Vegas. It's perfect Atlantic City. It's perfect like your cousin's wedding, and it's just very you. And so I loved everything. Sorry, I'm so predictable. I pick clothing items. I'm like, I think I'm just drawn to like clothing things.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I also love ball bearings. Sorry. Also, we would be amiss if we did not mention Francis.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
who is a co-star in this show?
Yeah.
Right.
One moment.
Regular guest.
He
Francis,
is a regular.
It's your special time to shine.
Oh. The perhaps slightly docile Francis.
Docile for now.
Docile for now, but a maniac at other times.
Oh my God, this is a perfect look for him right now. Just like
it really is.
It looks like Danny and Francis could be friends.
Danny?
Hey, Danny, what up?
Danny's missing in action. Danny?
Right. Well, Joe, would you like to go?
Well, I mean,
or are you done, Katie?
I am. That's just a few things.
Okay.
I was thinking. I went more in the guest direction, and I just I was thinking specifically of because I love I went I did mention on a text thread about a week or so ago that I really love our interactions. I love recording with you guys because it's like it's not just like, you know, it's just like we get to hang out for a couple hours every week.
Yeah.
And that's nice. And I really like it. And because you guys are really lovely, fun, wonderful, warm, caring people. And I love you. Anyway, moving on. That's so sweet. That's so sweet.
That's so sweet. Stop that. Stop being sweet.
I have to endure this as per my therapist.
Thank
you,
anyway,
Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
But anyway, I was going to say that I'm just like one of the like. It's been great to like. I like as far as the guests are concerned, it's been great to like sort of catch up with people that I have like, you know, fallen out of touch with a little bit, and you know, like I've known Jesse Thorne for going on like 15, maybe even 20 years now. You know, knew him way back when, and you know, so it's good to catch up with him and see how, and like, you know, and just sort of talk and touch base. David Rees, it was nice to talk to him. And like, it was really great to, you know, to meet Al Hoff, because as somebody who was a, you know, it sounds so weird, but like, as somebody who was like a fanzine fanboy in the 90s, like just, I was almost like getting to meet, it's almost like getting to meet Mick Jagger. It's like, whoa, you're Al Hoff? Oh my God, that's so cool.
That's
you know,
fun.
it was really neat. Cause you know, she was like such a, you know, Thrift Score was such a great zine, and it was very cool to, you know, to meet her. And as far as like stories go, like I keep thinking about Joe Pickett's, it wasn't technically it wasn't a thrift story, but it does speak to that sort of obsession we all have with items. And that is with his horsehair Garfield belt that he founded a prison souvenir store, left it there, and then had to go back and didn't go back, but ended up calling repeatedly to try to get somebody on the phone so he could buy that Garfield horsehair belt and have it sent to him.
I love that the Supermax jail gift shop closed.
That was such a good story. I think about that too. I will say, like, from my perspective, the way that if you two know the guests, like from my perspective, not knowing them at all, right? I've never met the guests before.
Mm-hmm.
It is just as fun for me to sit in and like hear about what they've got. It's been like something that I was the most like, I don't know about guests at the beginning, and it's been such a joy.
Yeah.
Like, so it's so much fun to get to hear people's stories from and the wildly different things that people are into.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is, and I want an entire episode on the asylum urban scavenging, whatever.
We're going to do that. We're definitely going to have Julie on.
Okay.
She was so good.
I'm just saying I have a list of questions, and I'm going to need all of them answered.
Yeah.
Please. Thank you.
No, I love part of like the show concept was to bring on guests because just to kind of like, I wanted to have something that kind of both checked in with us every week, item of joy, but then bringing guests on because it's just like, it's fun to see people passionate about their things. People want to show you. I feel like even if we had like someone, a big star, like they don't get to do this. I remember like when I did the drum podcast, we'd get people who were just like, weren't necessarily drummers professionally, but they considered themselves drummers. And they would love, because they wanted to talk about drumming to someone who knew about, like they were like, I finally get to talk about this part of my life. But yeah, like Jen Cohn with her egg cups, CJ with just finding stuff on the streets of Charleston, and
so fun.
Yeah, both Pickett and Nick from Found Footage Festival, just mind blowing.
And the record Rex with the 5 rooms of records or whatever. It just
10,000 records and even more singles that he doesn't categorize. Just so it's a surprise every time.
Oh, I love it.
I also wanted, this is a little bit of a surprise. It was a surprise to me as well, but I am going to be sending both of you little packages of gifts to say thank you for being the best at show and sell. And so I'm going to give Joe's first, which is Eddie Bowes, The Hook and Sling.
Whoa, hell yeah!
I found a used copy of this at my local used record store, and awesome. I know how much you love Eddie Bow.
I do love Eddie Bow. Little New Orleans funk, everybody. Yeah.
One of the best. Like, if you want to hear an album with great drums, that guy. I think his name is James Black. Is the drummer. Unbelievable, because a lot of New Orleans drum people play because of the second line tradition. The drummer in a funk band in New Orleans tries to mimic that a lot of times. So there's like the main rhythm, and then there's these sub rhythms happening that he's playing. It's insane. But if you want, either of you can trade in for this AC/DC Highway to Hell.
Woo!
This is a repro from AC/DC.
Nice.
With all the tour dates from their 79 tour. But so this is what I got for Katie. This is a TI 83
oh my gosh.
Calculator.
Why would you make the shirt? Why would you make it?
So
why do you need to advertise it? We all have to buy one.
So
that is amazing.
Yeah, that was kind of the inspiration behind it, and I was going to make you.
We were doing gifts. Now I'm grumpy, but thank you very much.
You're welcome. That's my gift. It's your grumpiness.
Well, I will accept the gift with open arms or open hands because
you have to. I would.
I have to mail a dragon to Joe.
Yeah. But learn one of the lessons of the show is you have to learn how to accept kindness, Katie.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Those will be coming your way with a couple other little goodies that we talked about before. Nothing illegal. Totally legal. Everything's cool.
It makes it sound illegal when you say totally legal.
No, that was one of my favorite moments from Julia Ward's episode last week. Was she was just like, so I'm walking around the park in New York, Queens, where the World's Fair was, perfectly allowed to do it, totally legal, and I was just like, that's a weird thing to say. I love that
statement, but yes,
yeah, but it also kind of makes sense for her as an urban explorer to kind of just quantify, like, allowed to be here.
I can do this. Yeah, this has been a joy, gentlemen. Thank you.
Yes. It has been, and
one more year.
Yeah, one more year, everybody.
Tell a friend, like and subscribe. Tell a friend.
Yes, and if you have a favorite moment, put it in the comments. There's many.
Put it down there in the comments, right below. Okay,
right now.
But this has been like a real huge bonus to my life. Like it's been. I love doing the show. I love doing the show with you guys. It's
a serotonin boost for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is. So we're We're going to sing that song that everyone loves.
Oh, good.
Thank you for watching Show and Sell. If you remember, hit like, share, subscribe. But if you don't, everything's gonna be alright. But if you do, things are gonna get a little bit brighter for us. Everything is controlled by an algorithm. Life
Close enough.
messed up. Thank you for watching Show and Sell. If you remember, ring the bell. How perfect that I messed that up. And I'm not changing it.
Really funny. I thought you were messing it up on purpose so we couldn't sing our part. Come on.
I am. This is why one of the reasons I'm not a professional musician, because I can forget things at any time. Even things I play every week.
No problem.
But thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for all the people who've been watching. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Keep it up. 6 thumbs up. Bing, 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 bing.
Because we totally did it.
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody.